This episode is episode 29. The Black Hokage.
Hold on. You're not going to just start the show and jack my name up. They gonna kill you in the comments for that, dog. It's like, OG, you don't watch anime?
How did you get your name?
Okay. So my original name on YouTube when I started my gaming channel was ModernWarNegro. If you go back and look at some of my old videos, like that intro actually comes up. And like, it was because I was playing a lot of Call of Duty, and then like, I'm gonna be honest, I was like 18, 19. It sounded funny, but then I got older. I changed my name maybe like 6-7 years ago to the Black Hokage because I used to always do, in my intro, I used to be like, yo, what up? It's ModernWarNegro, AKA NWN, AKA the Black Hokage. That was like my way of letting people know that I liked anime. I would always call myself that. So when I made the name change, I was like, the Black Hokage makes sense because I was always calling myself that, and it wouldn't sound too crazy for people. But to get like on a deeper level, the reason I also chose that name is because my birthday's on the 8th. I'll be 30. And like, I didn't want people calling me ModernWarNegro. Like, it was funny to me at 19, but like, it's not. I've literally had brands tell me that like, yo, we can't work with you because of your name or whatever. I was like, it makes sense. It was like, I'm putting like a negative image out there. And then on top of that, I chose the Black Hokage because in anime, not in anime, but in Naruto, his goal is to be the Hokage. The Hokage, in the world of Naruto, there are 5 villages, like 5 major cities, basically. And each city has like a president, a Kage. The Leaf Village, which is Naruto's from, is the Hokage. Then there's like the Raikage, the Sutsukage. There's different Kages or whatever. His goal was to become the Hokage because that's the most powerful ninja. That's the leader. That's the one everybody looks up to. They make the political decisions and stuff like that. So long story short, it's like my nerdy way of calling myself a leader, basically. I try to transition away from the whole Negro thing into a more positive. Like it's like my nerdy way of calling myself a Black King, basically.
No, I like that. I mean, it's growth. Like you say, 19, that was cool. But now, you're getting old. As you progress, you elevated yourself. I like that. What did content creation mean to you? Because I know for me, it was funny because when I started looking at content creators, as I got into the gaming industry, I always just thought of content creators as YouTubers, and that was it. Like, I didn't think of anything else surrounding that's created was considered content. And slowly but surely, I've gotten educated over the years and like, podcasting and different things of that nature. But what does content creation mean to you?
It gives me the option to make people's days better. That's always the like one of the dopest things. Somebody wrote me. I've had like 3 different soldiers like write me messages before, and one that stood out to me in specific was a few years ago. He told me, he's like, I just wanted to let you know that your YouTube videos helped me get through my tour in Iraq. He's like, there was literally nights where like I could hear like explosions and shit, and like, but I was watching your videos and laughing, and it just kind of reminded me of home. And like when I see stuff like that, man, I'm like, I will never meet that person, but I really appreciated it. And then just last week, somebody had sent me an email literally right after I got done streaming, and he was like, yo. He's like, you were talking about on your stream how like business cards are kind of dated. And like, I always promote, you should create a digital business card that you can keep on your phone made in Photoshop, like a deck. And he made the digital photo card. He put it on his phone, and he ended up getting a job with his local senator, producing art for him or whatever. And he just thanked me. He was like, yo, I put it into work. He's like, don't get it confused. But he's like, just that idea, you putting that in my head, it took me to the next level. And when I see stuff like that, like, I appreciate that. That's what I do it for, to inspire others. And also, it makes me feel good too, that I make others feel good. Like, that's my reward. It's not even the money.
No, that's great. I mean, cause like for me, I've watched you do a lot of things, and I watch how you do things and different stuff like that. And I implement it in my own way for what I do, because obviously, I don't believe, like, no 2 people are the same when they're creating content. Everybody has their own unique style, their own audience, and different things of that nature. But I definitely use other people that are bigger than me, smaller than me, or whatever, and try to add something new to what I do. And you definitely provide that for me. And obviously beyond, I remember that tweet when he posted it, and I thought, hell, I never even thought of that. Like, so it was a great idea, and like I said, it's cool that you like to help people beyond yourself.
Representation matters to me too. That's another thing. Like I said, when I first started, like I see a lot of people complaining in the community is not enough like black representation on Twitch and YouTube and stuff, and I agree. But it's like when I started 12 years ago, literally I was the only like black person I could think of that was doing like gaming, and then like slowly people started coming along. So it's nice to see kind of the industry evolve, and more people starting to get included. But I still think we do need to get work. We still need work done. But representation was another reason. I wanted to show people that you can do something different besides play basketball and rap.
Right. You know, the funny thing about that, when I go back to that day at the Decoy Games event, is when I looked at the panel, obviously I didn't know everybody on the panel, but when I started looking at it, and then when I seen how actually big you were, I was disappointed in myself that I didn't know who you were. And then, and I took it upon myself to, like, once I found out and actually enjoyed the content and everything like that, that I was going to make sure I support it. And in doing so, I believe, I'm with you. It's a lot of people who don't, people of color who create content that don't get the recognition or don't get the opportunities to actually entertain. Cause some, it doesn't always go down the color, but some people just do the job better, and they happen to be a person of color, and that's my take on it. I see a lot of people don't get the recognition or don't get the opportunities, and it's unfortunate, but like you're pushing the right envelope, and I hope a lot of people take heed to that, and that's something that even I try to do with my platform, is open up to people to be able to tell their stories and hopefully have an influence on people who listen and watch.
I think some of it has to do with us being black, because I've definitely experienced some racist bullshit. Like, I think I even talked about it on the panel. But then I also think some of it has to do with us as black people. This is I'm really on like a self-improvement type of wave right now. And one thing that I heard one dude speak on, he was saying we as black people, we got to get over this whole antisocial thing that a lot of us, like, we too cool for school a lot of times. And like, I can admit that I was on that bullshit when I was younger. And if I can advise anybody, don't be on that. Network with everybody. Like, look at all, like, oh, he plays this, or like, oh, we can't, like, not even trying to find a common ground, I guess I would say. I used to be on that because I come from a different walk of life. Even though I speak very proper, like, my family's from the south side of Chicago. Like, I'm from DC. Like, I still been around that bullshit. So it's like some of that hood booger is still in me. So it's like moving around in them circles full of white people. It was like I didn't know how to talk to them, or like I would just assume they thought certain things about me, and you're projecting that onto. Not everybody's evil, and if you do that, you can stunt your growth. So like, I think we got to work on this whole antisocial thing and just networking with everybody. Just try. You only miss the shots that you don't take.
Nah, I'm glad you said that, because that's something that I talk about all the time. Is because, like, a lot of us have different experiences. Like you say, I always tell it, like, I didn't grow up in the hood or anything like that, but that doesn't mean I didn't have family or friends, or I didn't visit or spend a night or hang out and witness to see. So our experiences actually, it molds us until we learn a different route and retrain our frame of mind and thought, and that's important for growth. You got your podcast. I think you have a few different versions that you do, and talk about those for a second, because I love the intros to the Hokage thoughts.
Where the show where ain't no hoes, but we do think out loud.
Yeah, I like that, because even for me, that's why I say I have content creators, YouTubers that I thoroughly enjoy. Like I say, you, Jordy, I like Swante, I like Agent. Like, I mean, but it's for the fact that, like, the entertainment factor is, and I think people overlook that.
I'll say this much. And this more so pertains to, like, because I'm not gonna lie, like, a lot of times when I be talking about tips and content creation, I'm specifically talking about for, like, black people, because I want to see more black people do better. One thing that I do notice when I talk to a lot of black content creators, if I give some advice, is a lot of them don't study who's already doing it. And like a lot of times they'll know, like, I can give you a pass because you weren't aware of me, but it's like I can respect the fact that once you became aware of me, you started paying attention. And a lot of times, like from when I talk to small Black content creators, when I go to events, I'm like, well, are you watching me? Are you watching Agent? Are you watching Berleezy? Are you watching Shofu? I can name plenty. It's not as many as white people, but I can name a handful of Black content creators. And like, if you want to be a doctor, you have to study to become a doctor. If you want to be a content creator, you have to study to become a content creator. So like, even to this day, people who are doing better than me, people who are on the same level, sometimes people who are smaller than me, I study everybody and I figure out what can I make work for myself. Don't come into this thinking, oh, I know everything. Like, humble yourself.